Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from group 2. I will explain about concept of word form. My group are Ummu Asma Giovanni, and Sandra Putri Eva Sigit. What is concept of word form? He phonological or orthographic sound or appreciation of a word that can be used to describe or identify something. The inflected form of word can be represented by a stem and a list of inflection to be attached. The structure form signifies linguistic, the science study of language, word a unit of language that native speaker can identify. What are the blocks from which sentences are made? He hardly said 10 words all morning. Plural form, the form of a word that is used to denote more than one. Singular form, the form of a word that is used to denote a singleton. In learning English, we will find many activities where we have to add prefix and or suffix. This is where we need word formation, which is a word formation process by adding a suffix to a word and forming a word with meaning. Others and affix to prefix and suffix. This is the process of forming word by combining, summarizing, of borrowing from other language so as to change the form of the word from the origin. In general, the process is a way to compose new words from a sitting word based on several linguistic rules. The process of word formation will be productive if it can be used and produce a new word. Affixation or affixes has several types such as prefix suffix, infix, intertions, and circumfix, beginning and ending affix. Example prefix: a moral, a this, antecedent, antibiotic, visible, dislikes, extraordinary, misunderstanding, unlike, unattractive, sub, subconscious, overflow, megaphone, alone, preposition, suffixes, happiness, kingdom, activist, freedom, playful, friendly, clearly, clockwise, box, rocks, cleavers, harder, infixes, handful, conservative, careful, circumfix, enlightened, abandoned, inefficiently, incorrectly, unfriable, immortality, illegality. Types of word formation. Borrowing. Borrowing is the formation of words by borrowing words from other language without changing words. Some examples that we often hear are sofa, Arabic, Tikon, Japanese, yogurt, Turkish, garage, French, conquer to Italian. There are many others examples that we often encounter in English, which are borrowed from other country language. Compounding. Merger compounding is a process of combining words into new words. These words have their own meaning, but they can become new words when combined. Here are some examples of compounding: boyfriend, lighthouse, soft-lighting, cupboard, breakfast, software, sunlight, and there are many more compound words that we often find in English. Clipping. Clipping is a process in which a new word is created by shortening the previous word. Here are some examples of clipping that we often encounter. Phone from the word telephone, plane from the word airplane, and from the word advertisement. Exam of the word examination, flu from the word influenza, fridge from the word refrigerator. What is the importance of word information? So word formation increases the importance of language. When a language creates new word by borrowing, for instance, it not only helps maintain the language own vitality, but also others language can borrow from the initial language.
How to teach word formation and parts of speech. First, charts. Create a chart or a table that has four columns for noun or a verb or adjective or adverb and as many rows as new vocabulary words you introduce. It's beneficial to give students their own individual charts so that they can use it for studying, but it would also be helpful to keep a large chart in the classroom so students can easily be reminded of the patterns found within. Second, teach common suffixes. By using a chart as recommended above, students will also begin to see similarities among word endings. Help them to discover the most common endings for parts of speech and even relationship between parts of speech. For example, guide them to figuring out that adjective ending in able to able often take the noun ending it. Responsibility, responsibility, possible, possibility, capable, capability. Third, teach common guidelines for usage. Knowing the correct part of speech for a word form is important, but it's less than half the battle. The real challenge comes with being able to know how to use it appropriately in a sentence. Below are some, but definitely not all, of the most common use pattern. Again, emphasis that these are just guidelines because there are many exceptions in English. Once you have taught students this pattern, they will be able to use most word form immediately in their writing. The conclusion of the concept of word form. What is meant by word formation is the process of forming words by adding a suffix to a word and forming words with other meanings by adding affixes to prefixes and suffixes. This is the process of forming words by combining, cutting, summarizing, or borrowing from other language so that they change the form of the word from the origin.
We have finished our presentation and I will say Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.